So apologies for the delay. We had some technical difficulties starting our stream. But as I mentioned, I'm Christopher Zappe, the Technology Director at Desert Academy, and I'd like to welcome you to our end of year final assembly. We've got a fantastic program put together for you guys, and we want to welcome those of you who came in from the YouTube premiere event for the middle school celebration and commencement. This event is streaming to you live, so all of the comments and technical bugs and issues in the program are actually happening in real time. So I'm going to give you a quick overview of our program today and share with you kind of the format that we're going to take. So following this introduction, I'm going to welcome our head of school, Dr. Yann Lussiez. We've got a yearbook reveal set up for you guys, and Cameron Sperry will issue the Marie White Award for middle school, and we'll have some final farewells from student council, board president, and Yann as well. And we even found a way to get the senior staircase ceremony built into a live stream event. So I think you're going to really enjoy that. After the senior staircase, the all school assembly portion of this event will end, and we will have our high school awards ceremony and some parting words from the seniors at that point. So with that said, I'd like to welcome to the stage here, Dr. Yann Lussiez.
So, welcome to our final assembly. I hope you have all been doing well. To start, I want to say we missed you. We missed hearing your laughter in the halls, your chatter at lunch, hearing singing from Lisa's room, your conversations from classrooms. I missed, personally, students coming to visit me to get chocolate or a lollipop, or for some, several lollipops, sometimes a latte, and even a Turkish coffee. I miss students coming in to tell me funny stories, and really the ministry of silly walks, sitting at lunch trying to figure out what jokes we were going to put up for the next wave of silly jokes. Or just those of you who I'd say hello to as we walked around the building. The school right now is eerily quiet these past months, of course. It's been tough for all of us going to an online learning platform, but you know, for some of us, maybe it's been a little more difficult because we miss you so much. We staff don't get an opportunity to engage with many of you on a daily basis like the teachers. And to be honest, it's your laughter and your energy that keeps us going every day. And that's why we got into this business. And that's what keeps us in this business. So again, I just want to say we've missed you, and we're so excited about this event that we have today. So without further ado, I'd like to take some time now to welcome our amazing yearbook team and a chance to remember some of the great moments of 2019, 2020.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sarah Megan Lee. I'm the yearbook coordinator. When we left for spring break, our yearbook staff had their custom template colors and most of the photographs that would populate its pages, but we still had to put it all together. Many schools, after they canceled school, canceled their yearbook as well. Schools that did a yearbook have done a digital PDF version, but not this yearbook staff. To produce a yearbook to commemorate this school year felt daunting, but absolutely essential. The yearbook staff designers are Jaden Taylor, Mia Gutenschwager, and Julia Ormachea. The middle school editor is Ari Sandmel. Deputy editors are Audrey Bolin and Evie Lytle. And our editor-in-chief is Sophie Nathanson. Our staff was spread around the world in Spain, Germany, and several states in the US. We met several times a week online, collected quotes, assigned and designed pages, copied, edited, and finalized the entire yearbook in about a month. We had to delete pages that were dedicated to spring sports, the international trip, and other events. They decided to do a special section on the pandemic and distant learning, feeling that documenting history was very important. Our yearbook will arrive in boxes soon and be available for pickup next week. I was recently looking at the IB learning profiles and thought we really needed to add a new one this year to express the strength I have seen in our yearbook staff, our student body, faculty, and our staff and families. I would like to add resilient to the list. Here is our editor-in-chief, Sophie Nathanson, for the big reveal.
Hello, everyone. I know it might be a little bit strange to hear my voice but not see my face, but I am Sophie Nathanson. I am the editor-in-chief of Yearbook, and I am going to reveal the yearbook to you guys. It's just a little preview, so if you buy the book, you can see everything. So that's really cool. So buy the book, please. Enjoy. Okay. Hello, everyone. I know it might be a little bit strange to hear my voice but not see my face, but I am Sophie Nathanson. I am the editor-in-chief of Yearbook.
Okay, we've got a brief issue with our audio here. We're going to fix that 1 second. Hold on.
Okay, so the first part of the book is, of course, the cover. Evie and I worked really hard on it. We were going for sort of a 70s vintage theme, and here it is. The next section in the book is the people pages. Here is an example of our beautiful graduating seniors. Okay, the next section is the student life section. This is the section filled with all of the fun stuff like retreats, school dances, and Halloween, and all of that good stuff. Here we have an example of our middle school retreat. I believe this page was designed by Ari, our middle school editor. The next section we have is the sports section. This is, of course, filled with the sports that have happened throughout this year. We didn't actually choose to put a specific sports page in this presentation, but instead chose our division page, which is just like a nice little introduction to the whole sports section. Okay, the next section is the academic section. This is where we put each academic class that has been offered. And we try to include fun photos. It's quite difficult when classes are mostly like sitting in chairs, but often we do have field trips and fun stuff that we like to include and make sure we take pictures of so that they can go in this section. Here, once again, is just an example of the academic division page. Okay, and the last normal section we have in the book is the club section. Unfortunately, due to the coronavirus outbreak, we didn't get many photos for this section because a lot of the events for clubs got canceled. However, we did our best to make sure every club was represented, especially the yearbook club, the best club. And here's a little example of what they look like. Okay, and the last part of our book is a little mini section about coronavirus, and we felt that it was important to include this in our yearbook, as the yearbook is supposed to be a representation of what happened throughout the year, and this was a pretty big event. So we chose to have a few pages just explaining like what Desert did and just anything important that happened during this time. Here is an example of just one of the pages in this little mini section. The 2019-2020 school year has been a bumpy ride, but we have powered through. The coronavirus pandemic has devastated the world and fundamentally changed our everyday life. These times are some that we will never forget. Our seniors have given up much of what was supposed to be the best year of high school, and I want to thank them for the resilience and wish them all the best in the future. Despite the ups and downs, we've had some great moments, and it has certainly been a memorable year. I would also like to thank the rest of the Yearbook Club for helping to create this book, as well as faculty and parents who have sent in the photos. We hope you enjoy. Just to finish it off, I would like to thank our advisor, Miss Lee, our deputy editors, Audrey Bolin and Evie Lytle, our middle school editor, Ari Sandmill, and our designers, Jaden, Mia, and Julia. They have done amazing work on this yearbook, and they have worked really hard. So I thank you guys so much, along with any other students that have sent in photos or quotes. This book wouldn't have been able to happen without you guys. So we really hope that you like it, and I hope everyone stays safe this summer, and I will see everyone next year. Bye.
Thank you so much, Sophie. I would like to say a big thank you to Sophie Nathanson for leading this charge and making sure that you guys all get a yearbook. She really wanted to do this for all of you. And it's actually come to fruition. It's going to happen. We're going to be getting them next week. So please, if you haven't yet, purchase the yearbook. We have them going fast. Okay. So I would like to announce Josh. We're going to get some farewells from our student council. Josh Medina.
Hello, everyone. So obviously with this really strange time, in hopes of returning back soon for the next year, one of the biggest things that we're focusing on is making sure that the student body is built back together and that we don't really lose what we had before this pandemic started. And so we feel like the most important way is to ensure and talk about the role of student council and what that looks like for the upcoming year. And so mainly, we just want to encourage all of you to run for student council, just to encourage you to do your best to rebuild the student body that we're going to be hopefully not losing when this pandemic ends and we get back to school. And so some of the things I want to talk about is just some of the things that we've done as student council, which has been all the assemblies that we've done, the Valentine's and Christmas, candygrams, encouraging school spirit, the student and faculty volleyball game, which was fantastic to watch, might I say. And it was just a lot of fun to host movie nights and sort of events like that. And so we just want to encourage you guys to run next year, and so that we can act as sort of a medium between the administration and the student body and do what we can and do our best to make sure that we don't lose the school spirit that the school has. And so I would love to pass it on to my secretary, the student council secretary, Ben Timm.
So yes, I am the secretary. My name is Ben Timm. And on the behalf of the entire student body, I would like to thank the teachers for a great year. And despite the current circumstance, continuing to provide a really good education online. And that is going to lead me into thanking Dr. Yann on behalf of all of the student body, and also personally for being such a great head of school. Dr. Yann has always had a really good attitude with the students, and he's always like ready to have a conversation with us or make some joke up. So it's an attitude that will really be missed. What struck me the most about Dr. Yann when I first came to Desert, because we both arrived at about the same time, was his collection of various historical items, especially his masks and hats, which is just something I found really cool because something my grandmother collects. One of my fondest childhood memories was feeding coins to one of her masks. So when I saw Dr. Yann had that, I was like, this is really cool. So it's just something that was really special that I want to say. And so I'm really gonna miss your attitude, your appreciation for good art, because you have all these great photographs that you've taken, and a love for Turkish coffee, which I will miss. And it's this flavor that will definitely be missed by all of us. But yeah, definitely. So thank you. And we hope you come back and visit us at some point in the future. So, and yes, I'm going to pass it on to our president, Anna Hansen.
Hi, everyone. So I know that this year has been crazy and unexpected, but I want to thank you all on behalf of Student Council for just getting through it. In these past few months, we've seen the world around us change. And from personal experience, I know that this change can make it hard to focus on things like school. I think we've all experienced that. But I'm so proud that you've all made it through to the end of this wild school year. And I don't think we hear that everyone's proud of us quite enough. And I hope that by the next school year, everything will be back to normal. It has been Student Council and my own pleasure to work with the student body and administration this year. And I know that there are a lot of good things in store for the next year. So have an amazing summer, stay healthy, and remember that this too shall pass. And next up, we have Cameron Sperry.
Hello all, I'm proud to present the Middle School Award. With the Marie White Award, Desert Academy honors a middle school student whose kindness, leadership, and personal excellence stands out. This year, the award goes to 8th grader Annabelle Leon Lubowitz. Annabelle's teachers have a lot to say about her. They say she's very mature and thoughtful. Annabelle has a kind heart and a strong sense of social justice. Her brilliance is amazing, but Annabelle really does use her talents to help others. For example, she has been sewing masks for one of her volunteer groups, and she is an active member in the climate change movement. Finally, she speaks up when others won't, whether it's in class during discussions or when she is defending what she knows is right. Annabelle's name will be added to the Marie White Award plaque that hangs in the atrium in Desert Academy. Congratulations, Annabelle. And now here's a video from Trudy Moon, our board president.
I'm Trudy Moon. I'm the board president, and I have so much gratitude right now. This has been a year for the history books, but we made it. Every person in this community has had a role in our success. Donors, big and small, thank you for believing that Desert Academy is worth the investment. Families, thank you for choosing Desert Academy and participating. You make this the caring and strong community that it is. Students, thank you for your flexibility and your perseverance during this uncertain time. You should be proud of how you're handling life during a pandemic. Teachers, thank you for turning on a dime and continuing your high-level teaching and dedication to the students, at the same time navigating the online format. We are nothing without you on the front line. Leadership team, thank you for figuring out a distance learning system in a hurry, but also for endless hours planning for a healthy future. Administrators and staff, thank you for taking care of every need outside the classroom, from fundraising to connecting community to maintaining operations and the building. And Dr. Yann, thank you for your dedication to the mission. Thank you for your dedication to the school and for giving it your all for more than 3 years. We are so thankful for the positive changes you've made. We truly wish you the best on your new adventure. Graduates, congratulations! I know this is not the ending you expected, but you'll make it wonderful. You are thinkers, you are risk takers, you are ready for this world, and you will make it what you want it to be. For those of us staying at Desert Academy, we welcome our new head of school, Pat Pribe, who is already working full-time in preparation for next year. You'll be invited to more town halls by her soon. To everyone, thank you, and congratulations for a job well done.
So thank you, Trudy Moon, for that great presentation. Like Trudy was saying, I have some of the similar ideas that, a lot of hard work went into making all of this happen up to this point, and today with the videos and more. One of the things I like to highlight is that, and remind everybody, is what I like to call, or what is talked about in research, is this idea of what we call the iceberg model. And the iceberg model applies to so much of our lives. It's essentially reminds us that we only see a small part of an iceberg. We only see the top part, and we don't get to see the huge pieces that are underneath in the depths. And so in life, we don't see these portions of many people. We don't see that of an organization. And in many cases, we don't see all the pieces that go into making an event. So as students, I want you to remember this idea that as your teachers are working, you often don't know what their home lives were like, the stress that they might be having in caring for a loved one, or the health concerns that they might be having, or just the joys that they're experiencing at home. In case of COVID-19, you didn't get to see what the administration and staff and how they came together over spring break to begin immediately planning and for a new reality of education. There were hours spent preparing a whole new schedule, researching and planning and training for teachers. You didn't see the many, many conversations that followed and the monitoring that happened to see how things were going. So just know that so much was done and will be done and continue to be done to provide you with the best education and a caring community. Why? Because what we see is your iceberg. We know that there's so much underneath, and that's worth all the work and time that we've spent. I want to thank Chris Zappe for his amazing and quick work putting all these pieces together in technology, along with the help of, well, and if anything, we shouldn't call him director of technology. I think we should call him master of technology from here on out. Get some new cards for him. I want to thank Bob, Ali, Annetta, Carl Rasmussen, Cameron, Sperry, Steph, so many others who were really just working behind the scenes to make this event today and the coming graduation a success. Well, the pandemic has definitely marked this year with its historical impact. I want to remind you all that we did have a great year. All of your teachers were awesome. You couldn't go wrong with the level of education, support, and care you received. There was so much going on. We built a black box theater. We had award winners in film and computers, technology, and photography. We had events at the George R. Martin with George R. Martin. We won and lost in sports. We went to state for volleyball. The list is so long. We really did have such a great year with so much to celebrate, including how we handled this big pandemic events that hit the entire globe. As you all know, I will not be returning next year, but I want to be clear that this is a family decision that was hard and it was heart-wrenching. I love desert. I have my desert hat. I'm also the one that has the IB desert on my license plate. So I love desert. As all of you know, I love all of you and where desert is headed. Unfortunately, these impacts of COVID-19, have forced many of us to make some very strong and difficult decisions for our families. So some of you might have heard I am headed to Maui to work at a school that is for Hawaiian students only. And I really want to thank all of you, the student council. It was an honor to work with you. You're all true leaders and will continue to do great impacts and have great impacts on your communities if you're headed to college or for next year at Desert. To our faculty and staff, you are all just amazing. If I think about our faculty meetings when it was appropriate and available and for us to be side by side, elbow to elbow, I was just so proud of the team that was brought together and all of you for the commitment that you have especially to the IB and to the school. Thank you, parents, for your ongoing trust in Desert. Desert's very unique. It's a special school and it needs to be an option in Santa Fe. It has to be. Finally, to the Board of Trustees for their hours and hours of volunteer work. It's a strong team tackling so many issues. I welcome Pat Pribe as the new head of school. She's a friend and has been a confidant of mine for a few years now. And I'm so glad that she'll be returning to Desert and taking over the mantle. And now, as part of our annual tradition, it is a bittersweet tradition as we love our seniors and we will miss them greatly, but we're also so happy for all that you have accomplished and where you're headed. Our senior video now is where the seniors will leave the grandeur of the staircase and opening it up for our current juniors who are now our new seniors. Congratulations, class of 2020.
As is our custom, it is now time for the seniors to give the staircase over to the juniors.
Wow, that was an emotional sight, seeing the seniors leave the senior staircase for the last time. Class of 2020, congratulations, you made it. We wish you all the best in your next chapter, and we will miss you. Class of 2021 seniors, it's now your turn. The staircase is yours. With that, welcome to the high school award ceremony part of this event. My name is Annette Kjær Rasmussen, and I am the IB coordinator. We will begin with giving out our department awards. After that, we'll give out special desert awards, and we will finish with giving out college awards. In between some of the awards, you will hear memories, advice, and parting words from our graduating seniors. So let's get started. First up is our department awards. Our first award is from the English department, and the English High School Award will be presented by Michaela Christensen.
Thanks, Annette. With so many amazing English students this year, this was a really tough decision. However, this student was chosen for showing that the readings and the discussion were important nearly every time we met. This student is bright and inquisitive. This student digs deeper and brings a bright curiosity to studying literature and into the class. Cooley Winters as this year's recipient of the High School English Award. Congratulations. The next award is a Spanish award presented by Nadia Garcia.
I'm sorry, I just thought I was mute, but I wanted to present the Spanish award to a very special student who showed 100% commitment to the class, who took a special interest in learning Spanish and about the culture. Congratulations, Yann Lussiez, or Juanito, as we know you in class. Thank you for being a positive student who always brought his good sense of humor to class, and for always being a supportive classmate. That really made my job easier, having you help other students. I really look forward to all your accomplishments in this Spanish learning journey. Felicidades, Yann. Now we have the French awards presented by Florence Duncan, but first we will hear from our senior, Adam.
Hello everyone, I am Adam, and I have a quick advice to my younger self. So to my younger self, I'd say in everything you do, everything you are involved in, always think about it as growth. It's all about growth. Because without that eagerness and that passion to go somewhere different, then there's no even reason to do anything. Because why do anything if that one has no impact? So I would say always keep learning, because you only know enough to think you are right. So keep learning, keep being open to many different ideas, but don't let them conflict with your current state of mind. And that, I think, is what my younger self needed. And that is what I think Desert Academy helped me discover for my 2 years here. So thank you so much, Desert Academy. Thank you, everyone.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you to Adam. Now the French award. The award for French is going to a student whose growth in French didn't go unnoticed. The French department wanted to acknowledge the hard work, quiet determination, and results of Luz Sena. Bravo, Luz. Congratulations. Have a great summer. And now, the next award is the Individuals and Society Award presented by Tatiana Sabo.
Thank you, Florence. Individuals and Society incorporates different disciplines such as history and philosophy. History is then divided into US history, world history, and DP history. So not really an easy decision to choose one particular student. We're all proud that there are many students who excel in these subjects. However, it's my pleasure to announce that the award for individuals and society goes to Isa Konings. She has been an outstanding student and person in our DP history class. Her knowledge in history is impressive. Her skill in source analysis, critical thinking, communications are excellent. Not just that she has a strong grasp of the theories and concepts that underpin this course, but more importantly, she's ready to challenge them. Congratulations, Isa. Next is Science Award presented by Carl Harstad, but first we will hear from our senior Meghan.
Hello everyone, I hope everyone is doing fine and staying safe during this pandemic. I just wanted to share 3 positive and effective things about Desert Academy community. One, the teachers are super supportive and your friends, your teacher in the classroom and your friends and life gardens outside of the classroom. Desert administration make a big deal out of small things. I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean they make a big deal. They make serious decision to help us with lives in general. And also Desert students, they doesn't show that they every single day a lot. I mean, at least for me, it was like that. But they are there for you during your bad days. They're always there for you. I'm speaking of experience. Thank you, everybody, and hope to see you all. Bye-bye.
Hello, everybody. It was a preview of a wonderful group of Desert Academy students when at the first day of school, a group of 10th graders came into my classroom just to meet the new science teacher and to introduce themselves. And among them was James Price Gilchrist, who I've chosen for the Science Award, for the High School Science Award. James worked hard throughout the first semester and made the first parent conference one of the easiest I have ever had. I simply posed the question, why don't you tell your parents what you've learned during so far this year? And he covered the whole content flawlessly. Another of his strengths is that I was always able to count on him to tutor other students who found the content more difficult than he did. Once the coronavirus arrived and we went to distance learning, I was fortunate to have him in advisory. He was always prompt, arriving before even I did, and I found him to be a voracious consumer of homework. He would, as soon as anything was posted, any homework assignment was posted, he would start working on it, and I would get emails with questions about if he had any difficulties completing it. So I want to congratulate James. I want to thank the entire Desert student body for a wonderful year, and I'm looking forward to teaching you in biology and meeting the 9th graders as they move on to 10th grade next year. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Bruce Duncan, and I've got the Math Department Award. I'm a science fiction fan. I went to a nerd school called MIT, and every Saturday at 7 p.m. We got together and the holy hour of Star Trek: The Next Generation. So Darmok and Jalad with masks on and hands disinfected. Science fiction fans are forward-thinking and creative. They're innovators. The creators of our modern telecommunication systems, like we're using right now to do our school, were surely inspired by wireless flip phone communicators from the original Star Trek series. Think the 1960s. So Lily Stibick is one of these creative, forward-thinking individuals, which is why she has earned the High School Math Award. Well, it's common knowledge at the school that Lily's got top grades in math, so she's certainly qualified. There's a lot of math students with really good grades, but one of the reasons that Lily has earned this award, because with that basis in math, you've got a foundation to go into anything, into science or art or music or whatever field she wants to go into. So I know Lily's a science fiction fan because of her numerous articles of Star Trek clothing, and she brought a tribble to class one day. So she knows she's not supposed to bring pets to school, but this little Tribble toy actually cooed and purred just like a real Tribble. So that was pretty funny. All right, Lily has attention to detail, and she's got that drive to be correct that's going to lead her far. She's creative and she's a problem solver. So Lily Stibbick will be one of our future innovators. Just watch. Our next award is going to be the High School Music Award presented by Lisa Lincoln. But first, we have a few words from our awesome Anna Hansen.
Hi everyone, it's Anna. So I have so many fond memories of these past 4 years that I wish I could share with you guys in this 1-minute video, including spending hours in a Starbucks with Mr. Hedrick playing D&D and standing like a beautiful sunflower in Mr. Ali's classroom hoping to get a good grade on my test. But I think one of my favorite memories has been the senior sunrise that we had on the first day of school this year. And most of the seniors, I think, met up in a parking lot before dawn and then off-roaded to the top of the hill to watch the sunrise and drank a lot of coffee. And it was terrifying and fun, and I was really drinking a lot of caffeine. I mean, I drank a Dunkin' Donuts box's worth of coffee. But it was just such a nice way to start the school year, and I hope that we get to end it on a similarly happy note.
The Music Award is for a student who excels, works hard, and shows a promising future in music. Boy, I've missed hearing you guys sing. This award, it is my pleasure and my honor to give it to Isabel Gallegos. Isabel was born singing with her beautiful voice. Last year, she sang at the Anne Frank event, got into the treble choir for All-State Choir, and sang multiple solos in the Desert Musical. This year, determined to make it to the top vocal group for All-State, she came in every day at lunch, leaving her friends to practice, and she made it to the top level, mixed choir at All-State. Congratulations, Isabel. I'm so proud to give you this award. The next award will be presented by Andrea Rose for the Visual Arts High School Award.
Thank you, Lisa. It is with great pleasure that I present the High School Art Award to Yann Lussiez. Elena has proven to be a creative force in the art department and has shown growth, perseverance, and expression of her unique voice through all learning activities. She not only has developed advanced technical skill, but also has used her abilities to express her concerns and stance on global issues that affect us all. I have witnessed her being a great help and teacher to her peers, and her presence in the classroom is a positive force for everyone. Besides being a wonderful and skilled artist, Elena is very kind, caring, patient, and generous. Elena creates beautiful art that comes from a beautiful inner spirit. Elena greatly deserves this recognition, and I wish her well in all her future artistic and academic endeavors. I will miss you, Elena. And now I want to hand it back to Lisa Lincoln to present the High School Theater Award. But first, we have a video from our senior, Avery Phillips.
Hey, so I guess probably the most enjoyable thing for me about Desert was the community and just how much the community sort of felt like sort of like family kind of, because like my class size was so small and I got to know everybody so well. Most of my classes had like 6 people in them. And so you get to go through this experience with everybody, with all of your best friends, because you really do kind of have to become friends with everyone. So I know you just get to see yourself and these other people that you've come to know and like so much just grow and go through this, and it was pretty cool. I definitely enjoyed that.
Thank you, Avery. The Theater Award is for a student who works hard, sets the bar high for themselves and others, and shows innovation and determination in their theater work. It is my honor to give the Theater Award to Charlotte Carter. Hear the applause. Charlotte started at Desert this year with a bang. She took theater by storm and set the bar high for the theater class and the theater service group. Charlotte picked our final plays, encouraged others to do their best, directed students older than her, and of course, always had her clipboard ready with the jobs that needed to be done for the theater service Black Box project. Charlotte is a strong leader who's hardworking and organized, and I look forward to 3 more years with Charlotte. Congratulations. The next award is the Film High School Award presented by Mr. Kaylee Bell.
Thank you very much, Lisa. It was impossible to narrow this high school film award down to just one person. So I'm going to digress very quickly and acknowledge all of our creative and innovative film students this year. Our 11th and 12th grade DP classes transformed Mr. Hedrick into a dish towel, a very dapper dish towel, I might add, and also won a comedy award for the age-old mystery of why Ben Timm is always late. Our MYP and middle school film classes were extremely resourceful, especially this last quarter, producing individual films entirely from home that included everything from Food Network style cooking shows to experimental animations and music videos, and even documentaries based on students' personal quarantine experiences. So thank you briefly to all of our extremely talented
Have you seen Randy?
writer, directors, cinematographers, editors, animators, and visual effects wizards. And now, without further ado, the nominees for this year's High School Film Award for Best Action Sequence are Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Chris Pratt and Elizabeth Banks for the Lego Movie 2, Daniel Navarrete and Jan Koenigs for Case Chase, Keanu Reeves and Halle Berry for John Wick Chapter 3, and finally, Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Mark Ruffalo, Chris Hemsworth, and Scarlett Johansson for Avengers Endgame. I have the pre-sealed envelope right here. And now the Desert Academy Award goes to, ooh, I really want this to be a surprise, Dan and Jan. Thank you guys so much. Dan and Jan really embody the best and the most important parts of filmmaking. Great adaptability, very inclusive collaboration, and constant positive attitudes. So congratulations to Dan and Jan. You two quite literally are the dynamic duo. And of course, you also do all of your own stunts, which is no small feat. Thank you so much. The next award is the Photography Award, presented by Sarah Megan Lee. But first, we will hear from our senior, Ryan Kennemore.
You know, one of my fondest memories of Desert, one that I always look back upon when I'm feeling sad, or just not having a good day, or doing a bunch of homework. The one that just completely lights up my afternoon, or my morning, or night, or midnight, or whatever it is the time that I locked Avery's backpack to the railing on the stairs. Avery, I do apologize.
Okay, we are going to bring that slide back up. I apologize. We've also got, here we go.
Avery's backpack to the railing on the stairs.
Okay, and we're back. Our next award will be presented again by Miss Lee, the Photography Awards.
Hello, everyone. I am very excited to present the Photography Awards. Instead of having the strength and courage to decide the winners, I actually ask a national judge to look at our pictures every year. So we send them all our pictures and they pick their top 3 photographs that were made this year. So I would like to present third place award, the photograph from Brisa Carrasco. Yay. And we will show her photograph here. Really nice photograph. Congratulations, Brisa. Now our second place photograph and award goes to photographer Jaden Taylor. Congratulations, Jaden. Jaden has been working so hard. She has this beautiful portrait right here that has been recognized in several competitions. So congratulations to both Brisa and Jaden. Now for the final drum roll, the first picture, the first photograph was chosen, and the photographer is Gideon Seufer. Yay! Now I want to talk about Gideon's work this year. He has done something that I have never seen any student of photography do. He'll come back to class and he'll say, yeah, I drove out about an hour outside of town and took a 30-minute exposure and came back and I got in and I get one picture. And I talked to other photography teachers and I'm like, who does that? That's amazing. He has been working on these nighttime project images all year. And this is a lovely one he just took a couple weeks ago. So congratulations to Gideon. I hope you all continue your work this summer. I am excited to see photographers all back next year. Congratulations to all of you, and see you later. Have a good summer. And we will now be hearing some words from Senior Milan.
Hi everyone, it's Milan, and today I'm going to be able to talk about my favorite experience or memory at Desert Academy. My favorite memory was definitely winning Model UN, the best delegation in Model UN, because we definitely came in as underdogs. We didn't do that much preparation. We were definitely not prepared to win best delegation, but we came really far during those 3 days, and it really showed what Desert Academy was actually able to give us as tools to work outside of Desert Academy and win things like that. So I just want to thank all the teachers and all the administration, because they were the ones who were able to set up that foundation that allowed us to succeed in something outside of school. So again, thank you guys for such an amazing time and really giving us the foundation to succeed in life. I hope you guys have a great next couple of years, and I hope to see you next year. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.
And Milan, we hope to see you. Come by and visit us. We will miss you. We'll miss all of our seniors. This concludes the department awards, and now it's time to give out our special Desert Award. And the first award is the Desertness Award, and that award will be presented by Dr. Yann Lussiez.
So desertness is loosely defined as a quality specific to Desert Academy, the school community, of being friendly, generous, supportive, resourceful, and open-minded. It's what we talk about all the time about who we are as a community. When this person returned to Desert, he came with a new perspective and a new appreciation for the school. He was a constant cheerleader, offering positive comments and support for the school during assemblies, in class, award. Congratulations. The next award is the Galen Stoller Award, Bright Light Award, presented by Lisa Lincoln.
Thank you, Dr. Yann. Boy, do I miss seeing you all. This is strange, talking into a computer screen. Anyway, Galen Stoller was a Desert student who excelled in the arts that I had the privilege of working with before he was tragically killed by a train at the age of 16. This is for a student that embodies Galen's compassion, kindness, creativity, and sense of humor. And the award goes to Anna Hansen. I am proud to give this award to Anna. When I first met her in 9th grade, I knew she would be everybody's friend. She's like your favorite teddy bear you can always count on and get a hug from. When Anna joined us on the New York trip in 9th and 10th grade, she was a rock of kindness, support, and fun. And then mostly in 11th grade, Anna performed, wrote, and helped produce our own desert musical, keeping the show afloat and even singing. Thank you, Anna. She is a shining star, and I'm honored to give this award to Anna. Our next award will be the IB Learner Profile Traits Award, given by Annetta Carr Rasmussen, but first, a video by Michaela Glinsky.
Hi y'all, it's Michaela. I just wanted to share one of my favorite things about going to Desert, which was being part of sports, specifically volleyball for the past 6 years, which now that I'm thinking about it is a very long time. But there's been some really awesome times, from horrible losses, like the one time we lost 0-25 in middle school, which was just brutal. But then on the bus ride back, we were laughing and singing. It was that spirit that led to some of our most remarkable wins, like our district championship tournament a couple years ago, where we were behind 10 points and Lily Nathanson served us all the way and we ended up winning, which was just incredible and something I'll never forget. To all the practices where we were dying, laughing, wanting to throw up, singing, screaming, all the amazing things, to all the past 4 years at state. So thank you to everyone who made volleyball amazing. Love y'all.
Thank you, Michaela. It's an honor for me to present the IB Learner Profile Trait Award. The 10 attributes described in the learner profile defines the type of learner that IB hopes to develop in a student. So who is this person in the senior class here at Desert who has best exemplified these 10 attributes? Who is an inquirer, who is knowledgeable, a thinker, and a communicator, is principled, open-minded, and caring, a risk taker, balanced, and reflective. It's always hard to pick the student for the IB Learner Profile Traits Award, but Dominic, you made it easier for us this year. This year's IB Learner Profile Trait Award goes to Dominic Ali. Dominic, I don't even know where to start. Maybe with the word balanced. You are engaged in school, you want to learn, and you want to understand more deeply. And you are serious about your academics. But you also make sure to have time for fun. And you love spending time outside skiing and biking. You also prioritize taking care of others in your laid back and kind way. I know some of our younger students will be nodding their heads right now as they remember how you used to offer to give them a ride to practice, or take them home, or drive them to wherever they needed to go. You are a risk taker too. Not only when you do crazy tricks while skiing or mountain biking, but also when you decide to build a go-kart for your CAS project, or convert the engine on a mini bike from gasoline to electricity. However, what really stands out to me in this moment is your sound thinking, open-mindedness, and leadership capacity. Your contribution when you, together with other officers from the student council, met with the leadership team to give input on the new technology policy was thoughtful, principled, and brave. And you showed a real depth of thinking. Your reflections on the importance of all of us connecting with each other in real time, face to face, without the interference of electronics, guided our conversation. You were not afraid of pointing out how being together while sitting on your phone can isolate us from each other rather than bringing us closer together. Dominic, thank you for your contributions to the Desert community, and congratulations with the IB Learner Profile Traits Award. The next award is the Gretchen Elise Dickinson Scholar Athlete Award, and that award will be presented by Dr. Yann Lussiez.
This award is a scholarship for a Desert Academy high school student who consistently achieves academic and athletic excellence. If you've ever seen her play volleyball or even compete on track and field, you will know that she's a serious competitor, a serious athlete that can also turn around and write an amazing essay, produce award-winning photos, speak excellent French, and obviously kick it in math. Congratulations, Michaela Glinsky, for receiving the Gretchen Elise Dickens Scholar Athlete Award. It's well-deserved. Next award is the Daniel Steele Bingham Award, presented by Bob Ali.
Hello. Daniel Bingham was a student at Desert Academy 23 years ago who demonstrated a love of mathematics. Daniel was tragically killed on a school field trip to Abiquiu Lake. An award for a sophomore or junior who, in the opinion of the faculty, best demonstrates a love for mathematics that matched Daniel's was created. And with this award is a $500 scholarship generated from a fund in Daniel's memory to be applied to the recipient's tuition next year at Desert Academy. Our recipient this year must love math because in class she's always smiling. Whether she's pondering a problem or catching one of my stupid mistakes, which she always does, or responding to some silly joke by a classmate, she just seems happy. But more than that, she has an exceptionally quick mind, so much so that she's more likely to make mistakes on simple problems than on more complex ones that challenge her thinking and force her to slow down. On the hard problems, her smile might shift into a look of relaxed determination, but in any case, her approach to math always feels playful. On our last day of class, I asked students to share a moment from their time at Desert that they found particularly memorable. This student remembered playing with these wooden blocks when we had some free time one day, and she made this incredible pattern that was just amazing, and that was what she remembered. Unfortunately, she had some travel difficulties returning from a spring break college trip and spent the whole fourth quarter absent, that is in Mississippi, only recently finally returning to her home in Santa Fe. Luckily for us, Audrey Boland's remarkable spirit came across the internet loud and clear, as I'm sure it will anywhere she goes. I'm delighted to present the Daniel Steele Bingham Award to Audrey Boland for bringing her passion for math to our class, to Desert Academy, and to everywhere she goes. Next up will be the Desert Academy Leadership Award presented by Dr. Yann. But first, a few words from our senior, Dominic Ali Gonzalez.
Hello all, it's Dominic checking in with a memory, a very fun memory that I had at Desert Academy, which was when on our senior camping trip, we went hiking in the sand dunes. We went near sunset, and I remember it was just amazing, super pretty, and I actually remember hiking down in the dark, which was also really enjoyable. And I just remember all the fun that we had with our senior grade on that trip and how enjoyable that memory was. So I hope that all the future classes enjoy their trips and enjoy their time at Desert Academy. Thanks so much.
The Desert Academy Leadership Award was not a difficult decision. For as long as I've known this student, she hasn't been involved in helping lead the school. She is one of the students I would turn to for insight or assist in visiting dignitaries or ask for support in admissions. She's always positive, even when she's nicely reprimanding other student council members to show up on time. She was an absolute pleasure to work with this year, always responsive, timely, and professional. Congratulations, Anna Hansen, for the Desert Academy Leadership Award. It's well deserved. I will also be presenting the Senior Athlete Awards. There are 2 senior athlete recipients. When I think of our first recipient, I remember hearing his voice before ever seeing him on the soccer field. yelling and encouraging other players or telling them where to go so that the other team didn't have an opportunity to shoot for a goal. He rallies his team and makes sure he gets lots and lots of photos of himself in great positions, jumping, lying down, kicking. Congratulations, Ryan Harvey, on the Senior Athlete Award. Our next senior is, well, and here she is. She's opposite Olivia Rigotti in her during competitions in volleyball or basketball. She's quiet and probably shies away from the camera if I show up. However, she's super focused, intense in her focus to win, and builds a team calmly with high fives or a very simple nod. An amazing, talented athlete. Congratulations, Olivia Rigotti. I know both of you will continue to do great things in sports as you move forward. The next award is the Headmasters Award, but to set this up, we first have a quick video to introduce it. So as you can see from this video, he, Adam Abusang, and I have had a great time this year. Adam's enthusiasm and commitment. Oh, I see something. Adam's enthusiasm and commitment to his education have been a model for all to follow. He is constantly wanting to share his perspectives, either through his own YouTube channel, in class, or after school conversations with me and other faculty and staff. If you recall, when it was announced that Adam was returning, after he emailed me constantly through the summer on all the steps I needed to take to make sure he was able to return, the entire school erupted in applause at that assembly and cheers. We were so excited about Adam returning. He's in soccer, he was homecoming king, and so much more for all of us in the school. I remember the first time I took him and Mocha to the zoo. Adam was full of curiosity, but also had some very firm beliefs. And there was a little bit of grumpiness at first. But over the 2 years, he has blossomed into an inspiring young man, headed to an American college and ready to make things happen on so many levels. Congratulations, Adams. You deserve this award and so much more. The next award is the International Students Awards, presented by Gabriella Massoni.
Hi, thanks, Dr. Yann. The International Student Awards honor 3 students who embody commitment, courage, determination, and much more, of course. Julia Ormachea Corrales from Spain, committed to designing our yearbook, even from Madrid. There she is. Ma Begum Antimati from Afghanistan, sharing courageous editorials on human rights. And Adam Abusang from Ghana, whose determination drives an invincible spirit. Congratulations. We salute your triumphs. The next award is the Alpha Omega Award, presented by Annette Karmasmussen. But first, we will hear from our senior, Ryan Harvey.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ryan Harvey, and today I'm going to be reflecting on my experience growing up in Desert Academy's community for the last almost 6.5 years. So to start things off, I wanted to do a little flashback to when I was an itty-bitty 5th grader, and I was very uncertain about which school I wanted to go into. But in the end, I ended up choosing Desert Academy because the moment I walked through those doors for the open house, I was welcomed and I felt very special compared to any of the other schools. There was different feel to how everyone was treating. So looking back at it over the last 6.5 years, I have to say I couldn't be more appreciative of growing up in this community because I'm so close with my class because I've grown up with most of them for my entire experience at Desert Academy. So I feel like I've made some really, really strong and close friendships. Not only that, I was filled with a bunch of people that were hardworking and dedicated and motivated, and I feel like it truly reflected into my life. Thank you for your time. Running out of time. Bye.
Thank you, Ryan. It's now time to present our Alpha and Omega Award. This award goes to 3 of our graduating seniors who have attended Desert Academy since they started here in 6th grade. The award goes to Luca Contarino, Michaela Glinsky, and Ryan Harvey. The 3 of you have been part of Desert the last 7 years, and you are deeply woven into the fabric of our Desert Academy in so many ways. And I have many, many fond memories with all 3 of you. One of my memories about Luca that always makes me smile is from when he was a very young middle schooler. It was at the end of a back to school night, close to 9 p.m. at night, and we were all tired. Remember, back to school night happens on a school day. As I was closing up the classroom, Luca came running through the hallway in the Lamy building, yelling, "Mom, can I go to Harry's now with my friends?" And again, this was back when Luca was in 7th grade. As many of you know, Luca has always been full of happiness and full of bubbly energy, and he loves having fun and hanging out with his friends. That has not changed, and his happy energy is infectious. Thank you, Luca, for making Desert a more fun and happy place. Michaela came to Desert having already attended a PYP program, the IB program for elementary schools, and she already knew the IB way of learning when she arrived. Her study skills already as a 6th grader were very strong. I had the pleasure of teaching her in math, and she never stopped to impress me. I could always count on Michaela to keep me on track. I used to post my learning agenda for each lesson on the board at the beginning of a class, and if it looked like we were spending too much time on one agenda item, Michaela would be raising her hand and say, "Miss K, do we also have time for," and then mention what came later in the agenda. Thank you, Michaela. Thank you for keeping me on my toes back then and all the way up till today. Ryan Harvey, you too are part of so many of my memories from the past 7 years. When preparing for presenting this award, I realized that no other student have held the door to the Lamy building open for me more times than you have, or have greeted me with a happy good morning. You would come racing up the ramp with your friends, stop in your track when you saw me, pause and say, "Good morning, Miss K," before racing on. That always warmed my heart. You have always strived to not only be a good student, but to be both polite and helpful. You are energetic and playful, but also caring and aware of the needs of others, and you are on the lookout for ways to help. It has been a privilege to see you grow up and become a leader in our community. Congratulations, Luca, Michaela, and Ryan, with the Alpha Omega Award. We, your Desert Academy community, will truly miss you next year. And that concludes the special Desert Awards section. It is now time to give out our 5 college awards. And Jennifer Dreyfus are gonna present our 5 college awards. So over to you, Jennifer.
Thanks. Our first college award is the Bryn Mawr Award, which goes to a junior girl who exhibits an intense intellectual commitment, has a self-directed and purposeful vision of her life, and has a desire to make a meaningful contribution to the world. And it goes to Emma Carter. Emma's IB philosophy teacher raves about her recent final exam. He writes, "She shows real thoughtfulness, ease with the back and forth of high-level conceptual argument, near perfect prose expression for the setting, and organization under pressure. Further, he notes, she's as good as any undergraduate or even graduate students I've worked with. She is deeply intellectually engaged and lives in language in a way that most of her peers don't. As her English teacher, Emma is really, really bright and an excellent reader, writer, and thinker. And her science teacher says her recent presentation on the zebrafish was the best presentation that I've ever seen from a high school student. The next book award is the Rensselaer Medal. Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute congratulates Audrey Bolin on being awarded the Rensselaer Medal. Founded in 1824, Rensselaer is the oldest technological institute in North America, located in the capital region of New York State. This prestigious award has been awarded since 1916 to one student in any given high school and is designed to recognize that student's strength and success in the fields of mathematics and science. Medalists who apply, are admitted to and enroll at Rensselaer are awarded a scholarship worth $30,000 per year. We hope that you will consider a future with RPI. Audrey's math teacher calls her a frickin' rock star. She's so smart, thoughtful, and fun. Further, he says, she's a natural talent and a natural leader. And her IB Chem teacher says she's the top chem student by far. She's really quick to understand concepts and she's helpful to her peers. As her IB philosophy teacher, Audrey strikes a perfect balance between organizational aspects and the academic work itself. I could walk away from the class and it would just keep going with Audrey at the helm. We will continue the College Book Awards, but first we're going to have a video from Olivia Rigatti.
Hi guys, I'm Olivia, and today I'm going to be sharing one of my fondest memories of desert with you. I actually have a lot of them. Pie in Miss Sabo's class, D&D with Mr. Hedrick, field day. But one of my favorite has to be when my grade hired a barbershop quartet to sing to Mr. Hedrick on Valentine's Day. Anna found a flyer and thought, what else should I do with this than hire the quartet for my English teacher? We all agreed. They ended up coming in during our English class, sang 2 songs to Mr. Hedrick, and gave him a rose. It attracted quite the crowd. A lot of other students and teachers were peering in and wondering what was happening in our classroom. It was one of the highlights of my semester, and definitely a memory I will bring with me throughout the rest of my life. So thank you, Desert, and thank you, Mr. Hedrick.
The George Washington Book Award recognizes high school juniors who embody the GW drive and spirit, specifically with their academic excellence, leadership outside the classroom, diversity of thought, and ability to put knowledge into action. This year's George Washington University Book Award goes to Joshua Medina. As the Student Council Vice President, I saw Josh running all over campus taking care of business. Says the Student Council President, Joshua is incredibly passionate about whatever he does. In Student Council, he accepts any job without complaint, but is never shy to offer up his ideas or opinions. He leads by example and is an incredibly kind and fun person to be around. Josh's teachers describe him as charismatic, respected, well-liked, and a role model. Additionally, lots of Josh's teachers raved about when he introduced Anne Frank's cousin at an event at the Lensic last year. One teacher described him as professional and amazing. The University of Rochester Bausch and Lomb Honorary Science Award is for high achievement and rigor in science and math, specifically biology, and positive contributions to their school within the larger community. This award goes to Chloe Sullivan for excellence in biology and math. Her IB biology teacher says that she's at the top of that class. As an example, he points to a class when they had to do a statistical analysis using Google Sheets. Chloe was the first to figure it out, and she taught her classmates how to do it. As her IB math teacher, she's super sharp, super bright, and very confident in math. She's also motivated far beyond her grades in math. She gets really excited about some weird tangent. She's genuinely curious about math. And in computer science last year, Chloe would finish her project so quickly that she would go back and add creative little twists to her program, just for fun. And finally, the Xerox Award for Innovation and Information Technology, also from University of Rochester, is for exposure to new technologies outside of school, such as pursuing serious work opportunities in local laboratories or industry, and leading other students to new approaches to old problems. Both of these award winners will get their application fees waived to the University of Rochester and are eligible for special merit scholarships. This year's award goes to Sophie Nathanson, who is primarily considered for this award because of her 2 years of work with the National Center for Genome Resources, with whom she was a teaching assistant this year. And one of her teachers says she has the mind of a scientist. But Sophie has been captain of the volleyball team, editor-in-chief of the Yearbook, a participant in Teen Court, and a studio assistant at Santa Fe's Art Smart program. Sophie is very involved in lots of different innovation and leadership. Her math teacher recalls that Sophie built an interesting geometric thing that he hung over his desk until it recently fell down. He adds, she's a trooper. Sophie works hard and sticks with it. She never runs out of steam, even when her classmates do. And now we'll have our final senior video from Luca, followed by remarks with Yann Lussiez.
Don't take your time now for granted, and I know that sounds cliche because I bet you've heard a bunch of people say that, but now that once you've gone through it, like high school and like school in general, you'll understand what I'm talking about, because if you don't really like think about what you're going to do, then you're going to feel almost like you have nothing that you want to do, and that's not always a great thing. But like for example, in like 10th grade, I didn't really think about what kind of colleges I wanted to go to. I didn't think about if I wanted to do the IB program or not. I didn't think about any of that stuff. And this year you get, like in 12th grade, you get locked into all of that. Like no going back. So really think about what you're going to do, because a year goes by that fast. So yeah.
So this concludes our ceremony, our awards and everything for the day. I want to thank all of you for an amazing year. You know, and I know it's cliche to use that again, but if we could, we'd give all of you an award, because each of you is just so amazing in so many ways. I'm going to ask that you please be safe this summer. Listen to the governor's instructions, follow the rules so that we can all get through this and really get back to a bustling and cheerful school. Continue to treat each other with kindness, love your parents, grandparents, and siblings, and make sure you get outside and in moving as much as possible. Thanks again. I hope we can see all of you for our online graduation this Saturday. Look for that link. And again, have a great summer. We appreciate all of you.
All right, as Dr. Yann said, this does conclude our stream. The replay will be available on our Desert Academy channel, and we will be having our next event, our live stream of the graduation ceremony, on Saturday on our YouTube channel as well. We hope you can join us and have a great day, safe summer. Thank you so much for a wonderful year.